When ghosts attack, 8 signs your house is haunted. And you thought the balance of your mortgage was frightening. Moving into a new house can be scary enough, but you wouldn't think the risk of possible attacks by ghosts would be one of them. I remember a couple of years back, one of my viewers, when I was had posted a video concerning house blessing, house cleansing. It's a special prayer that takes place when the Christian Orthodox priest comes to have a special holy water prayer made in the house, and he sprinkles the whole house with holy water. And one of my viewers said that he every night is pulled out of his bed and finds himself on the floor. And to make a long story short, he found out that he was living in a house with an option to buy with his wife and his mother-in-law. And to make a long story short, the area where that cul-de-sac was an old Indian burial ground. So the priest that I told here concerning that, says tell him to move, to go somewhere else. I guess he did. So yeah, there are things such as these. So when you thought that the balance of your mortgage was frightening, moving into a new home can be scary enough, but you wouldn't think the risk of possible attacks by ghosts would be one of them. Apparently it is, according to When Ghosts Attack, a TV series debuting on Destination America. And as you might expect, the series focused on people who believe that they were pummeled by paranormal entities. Now, one of those alleged victims, Lori Settle, found her husband Donnie dead in a home they lived in Fayetteville, West Virginia, and later came to the belief that ghosts were responsible. Some of the symptoms included flies that never disappeared from the basement despite copious amounts of insecticide, strange voices around the house, and cabinet drawers opening inexplicably. It culminated with Donnie's death from a ruptured aorta valve, but Settle said he was in good health and blames his tragic death on a strange entity in the home. And she said on the premiere episode, "I never thought that this house would take one of our lives. And if I had thought that, even for a second, I would never have stayed another moment." That was 6 years ago, and she was so affected by the experience that the alleged paranormal experiences that happened afterwards that she became a ghost investigator herself. And she now believes that many Americans may be living in haunted houses without realizing it. Well, I told you in the beginning of this video what happened to one of my viewers. Now, this was, of course, in the United States. There are a lot of haunted houses in the UK as well, and they're being sold, at a very, very enticing price. Now, because of the fact that they're haunted, something is wrong with the houses. There are more haunted houses than the public realizes or is willing to acknowledge, she told Huffington Post. She says, "I denied everything in my house, so it's easier to deny it's happening than admit what may be causing it." Older homes are more likely to be haunted because former residents can have an emotional attachment that somehow manifests as ghostly energy, Settle said, but even newer homes can have ghosts. She said every home has a potential to be haunted because sometimes entities will just be passing through. Ghosts have never been scientifically proven, but Settle says if you experience any of the following phenomena, you might be at risk of an attack from beyond the grave. Normal houses have settling noises that come from the ceiling, but haunted homes often have weird knocking or banging sounds emanating from closets, floor, or basement. Also, household items moving. Ghosts have been known to move around things like keys and books to other places in the house. The choice of items seems to be random. And then there are bizarre shadows. Rogue shadows are different than normal shadows, looking more like static off the TV screen. Also look for dark specters, outlines, black masses, and menacing silhouettes. And then strange behavior from kids or pets. Be very aware of your child's so-called imaginary friends. They might be entities trying to harm them. Also, take notice of your normally well-behaved child starts doing mean things or has sudden crying jags. And then feeling of being watched, all alone in your condo, but don't feel quite alone. Sure, it could be that the NSA, but it also could mean that ghosts are watching you watch television. And then terrifying and recurring dreams. Terrifying dreams that recur can be a sign that you are being haunted. The mind is supposedly more receptive to paranormal entities when asleep. Electronic devices spontaneously turning on. Ghosts apparently get their jollies turning on water faucets or running appliances willy-nilly. TVs and blenders are common devices affected. Sadly, most warranties do not cover items damaged by paranormal activity. And then unexplained writings. Ghosts have been known to write on walls. Sometimes they will scribble the name of someone or simply saying, "Get out." This is on Soul Ask. Please leave your comments about this, and thank you for your support. Please support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.